Martin Heidegger is considered one of the most influential philosophers of the 21st century, which makes what Carl Jung wrote about him in private all the more shocking. Alright girlies, gather around, I'm going to spill the tea. In a letter to Walter Bernet dated June 13th, 1955, Jung delivers one of his harshest judgments of any modern philosopher. He dismisses Heidegger's work as utterly trash and banal, calling it metaphysical twaddle. For Jung, this wasn't just about language, it was about method. As a psychologist committed to lived experience, Jung believed that Heidegger failed as a phenomenologist. Thinking, in his view, became trapped in abstraction, language circling itself rather than returning to experience. Jung was equally scathing about Heidegger's writing, dense, repetitive, opaque. Philosophy that he felt obscured reality rather than clarified it. And then comes the line that removes any ambiguity. Jung writes that Heidegger's kindred spirits are sitting in lunatic asylums, some as patients and some as psychiatrists, on a philosophical rampage. But the deeper lesson of this letter may not be who was right. It's about what happens when we become bound to our own ideas, in my opinion. I like Heidegger, probably as much as I like Jung. I know a bit more about Jung, but I still really like the way Heidegger approaches phenomenology. But when a framework becomes so convincing that opposing perspectives can only appear as nonsense or pathology, then you have to question whether maybe you're just looking at it wrong. Jung himself struggled with this at times. He often contradicted himself, he blurred inner figures without a people, and his romantic, symbolic style often made his own ideas harder to grasp than they needed to be. In my view, this is precisely why Jung and Heidegger belong together. Read carefully, their work does not cancel each other out, at least not totally, and in many ways they strengthen and expand on one another. The book I highly recommend is Roger Brooke's work on Jung and phenomenology. It shows how depth psychology and phenomenological philosophy share a concern with lived experience, meaning, and worldhood. Perhaps the real invitation here is basically this: to hold our ideas lightly, to remain open, and to explore even those perspectives that seem most opposed to us on the surface. Anyway, if you like this video, then follow the page, subscribe on YouTube, and no, that's it. That is it. Alright, bye.